Ruin has come to our family.
Darkest Dungeon is about making the most of a bad situation. Quests will fail or must be abandoned. Heroes will die, and when they die, they stay dead. Thankfully, there are always fresh souls arriving on the stagecoach, seeking both adventure and fame in the shadow of the Darkest Dungeon. Hello everyone. I promised you a special video game this weekend, and here we have the Darkest Dungeon. It's a little bit of a darker game. It's not adult, but not at all. It's darker, like just in horror. Lots of Cthulhu mythos kind of brings to mind. I already have a game started, but we're going to start a new game here. We'll click the letter to begin. I do have the Crimson Court DLC, but I'm not going to use it for this. Yeah, sure. We'll bring it in. Okay. We can choose our difficulty. Let's go ahead and just do the rating, because I must admit, I am not the best at this game. I do have some mods enabled, mostly just nothing game-changing, just something that changes the game. But let's go ahead and start it right on in, shall we?
You will arrive along the old road. It winds with a troubling serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside, leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors. So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
So, we're going to start off at the crash of our stagecoach. With the stagecoach destroyed and the caretaker gone, you have to make the journey to the hamlet on foot. As soon as it loads up, there is a little bit of loading time, but we can take this moment to talk about the game. This game, I will hopefully be playing every weekend at the least. If you guys want to see more of this, let me know. Go ahead and mention it in the comments. I will also be naming the heroes after people who comment in the video. So again, if you want to have your name in this game, just let me know. The game is shall we say difficult. That's why I'm playing on the easy difficulty. There will be losses. There will be times that we lose a lot, and we cannot be disheartened by that. I'm going to make a cut here until this game actually starts, because for some reason it's not loading. And we'll just jump right on in. So here we see, that's still on. Okay, so here we see our two heroes. We have Reynald and Dismas. These two will always be the starting two heroes. We have a Crusader and a Highwayman. This is our map. This is how we get around. I know we're outside, but this is the first room, because the map is separated in between rooms and corridors. Up here you'll see our torch. We can see that our radiant light, our torch is as bright as can be. And our mission here is just to find our way to the hamlet. So let's just go right on in.
Brigands have run up these lanes. Keep to the side path. The hamlet is just ahead.
So,
Dispatch this thug in brutal fashion, that all may hear of your arrival.
we were surprised because we got ambushed by this guy. When you're surprised, there's a chance that all your heroes get shuffled about. That's okay. We can have Dismas up front for this first turn. Smack him. Can't be afraid to have a little blood on our hands, right? So it's all turn-based. All the fighting and combat is turn-based. Let's go ahead and just move him forward one, just because. And then we'll have Dismet to shoot him.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
And of course, as we defeat enemies, we get loot, because standard video game logic. We can see our inventory, we have some food, and we have some money. We'll jump on ahead. In the corridor, you'll see different curios. We'll go ahead and investigate it. We could use an item, drag it up here, and use it to help investigate this, but we can just check through the tent. Grab some valuables, some money, and
treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Grab some jade.
Leave nothing unchecked. There is much to be found in forgotten places.
I love the narrator.
An ambush. Send
The narrator
these vermin
interrupts
a
a lot.
message. The rightful owner has returned, and their kind is no longer welcome.
The narrator really does make this game when he doesn't interrupt during videos. Sorry, I lost the word there. Anyway, so we have two people. We have a guy with a gun and a big guy. So let's go ahead and fight shoot the guy with the gun in the back.
A singular strike.
Nice hit. We'll get shot. That's okay. And we can actually see Ronaldo hit. You can see here there's a little box that I can't mouse over, but there's a little box that explains what the action does. Ooh, so we can stun this guy, or try to stun this guy. Okay, so we prevented the big guy from doing anything. You'll see little arrows up and down that tell you what different stats effects they have. That little plus sign there, that means that you'll hit this plus this. So, we missed the little guy, so he's gonna shoot. Reynold can't quite make it back there, can he? No, he cannot. So let's just go ahead and we could buff him, but he also has a 40% stun resist now. So we'll just smack him as much as we can. 85, 85, doesn't matter. So we'll just hit him. Now he's going to shoot us point blank range, but he misses. He missed point blank range. We'll just try and...
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Yep. Sometimes when people get defeated, they'll leave corpses behind. Which not only is it gruesome, it also affects the order in which people are in. So, like, if this guy was behind the shooter, then he would still be behind the shooter. His corpse would still be there, so he would be preserved in second place. You can see the yellow dots and the red dots. That tells you yellow dots say I can use this power in this position. Red dots say I can affect this enemy. So we'll go ahead and just slice at him.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
We'll grab some loot. Completing a quest. You have the option to return to town anytime. Just click the crest. You don't need to return to the starting room of the dungeon to exit. So let's continue adventure, because there's a chest here. Oh. Something doesn't look quite right with this one. And it says Bandit's Trap Chest. Okay, so we won't open it then, if it's so obviously trapped. Right. So we see our victory screen. We got this much loot. And we also collected some heirlooms. He will never drink. And he is nocturnal but balanced. Right, so what is going on? Well, our ancestor, we'll say our father, built this grand manor. but he was also...
Welcome home, such as it is. This squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands, they are yours now, and you are bound to them.
So he was also experimenting with some dark secrets of the universe, which ended up causing everything to ruin. He wrote us a letter to come back and restore everything to its rightful place, but he's nowhere to be found. We can see a graveyard.
Most will end up here, covered in the poisoned earth, awaiting merciful oblivion.
We could go to the stagecoach.
Women and men, soldiers and outlaws, fools and corpses. All will find their way to us now that the road is clear.
This is how you recruit new heroes to help out reclaim your home. And by the way, yes, you are on the adventures, but you're not in the front lines. You're the one guiding and telling everyone what to do. You're sitting in the back, pretty much. So we have a Plague Doctor and a Vestal. So let's just go ahead and hire them both.
What better laboratory than the blood-soaked battlefield?
And they are thankfully free. There's a limit of how many you can have at a time, but they cost nothing to pick up.
A sister of battle, pious and unrelenting.
We can always upgrade most of our buildings, and that's what our heirlooms are for. We have busts, portraits, deeds, and crests, and that's how you upgrade the different things by saying, hey, we have this stuff, look at our glory. We'll look at the upgrade later. What else have we got? Over here.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Our ancestors' memoirs. You can see all the different prologues, the videos. Most of them are locked because we haven't done anything. We do have the Crimson Court available, so that's why that's there. Right, so let's go ahead and embark. So, there's nothing else we can do here because everything is closed up. So we'll just go ahead and embark on the first journey. Or, yeah, the first journey since we
A
arrived.
mecca of madness and morbidity. Your work begins.
So this is how you're going to start all the different quests. You can see there's 2 quests available to us right now. We have, we can scout out this area in the ruins. We can test the depths. Or we can go to the Darkest Dungeon. Darkest Dungeon, level 6. And you can already tell, they do not want to go in there. They're level 1 and level 0. So I don't think going to the Darkest Dungeon is a bright idea. Pun not intended. Anyway, so let's go ahead and start here. We're also going to bring in the Plague Doctor and the Vestal. The usual suspects. Anything's better than sitting around this dump. Let's go ahead and open them up real quick. You can see here they prefer to be in positions 1 and 2. 2 and 3. It's 4 if we 4 and 1 if we have to be. Same thing here. And finally, she likes to be towards the front, actually. Can we do anything to... We could, tell you what. Let's bring him back here. Him back here. Her over in the front, if that's where she wants to be. And he is a little bit unhappy, but that's okay. You can see here that when we... they all, except for Reynold, have 2 negative quirks and 2 positive quirks. Reynold has 1 positive, 3 negative. Reynold and Dismas are always going to be the same 2 heroes you start off the game with. Everyone else is random. Right. So we got our quest, we got our people. Our mission, explore 90% of the rooms. We can provision. Provision?
The cost of preparedness, measured now in gold, later in blood.
We can grab stuff that we need for the fight. Not fight, for the expedition. Let's get some torches. 8 to a stack, that's fine. We'll get some food. Get a full stack there. Let's go ahead and get a shovel. We already start off with anti-venom and holy water. Let's get some bandages. Some medical herbs. Sure, we'll get a couple of those. Skeleton keys. Let's go ahead and get a couple. To unlock strong boxes and doors, that's great. Laudium, that is great for when they panic, but otherwise it's just filling up your inventory. You always have this much space and no more. So you have to be very, very selective of what you bring with you. Let's go ahead and embark. Your first expedition into the ruins of your ancestry. Be curious, be careful. For some reason the maps are taking a while to load, so I'll see you as soon as this map starts up. Alright, so we have our map screen here. We can see there's it's a lot larger than before. We only need to explore 90% of them. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we could avoid going to one room and still complete our mission. So what I say is we avoid going to this one, this middle one here, and just go straight up, right, down. Alright, let's move to this room. Let's see what we got in the ruins. The ruins of our old ancestor. What have we got here? Salvage an unburned torch. Oh, we got a free torch. Okay. And a door. Into the room we go. What have we got? Ooh. Spooky, scary skeletons. Right, so. They are considered unholy, so Reynold's going to get a bonus against them. Also, they're skeletons. They don't have any blood. So anything that lets them bleed does not work on them. Instead, let's just go ahead and just shoot them both. 4 and 3. We brought them down. Right, so we cannot make them bleed, but we can give them another status effect called Blight. It's like a corrosive, sickly ick. He can throw a noxious blast to hit those one of those two, or he could disorient one of the last 3. Because remember, there's 4 slots, so we would miss the first one with this one. This one we can hit either one. So we'll hit the stronger one, blight him. So he's taking 4 damage per turn, so he's got 3 health, so he's going to die. So we'll ignore him. We have Mace Bash, Illumination, Hand of Light, and we have Divine Grace to heal. So if she was in the back, she could heal. Right now, we'll just smack him.
Be gone, fiend.
And then he dies from the blight. We'll take some loot.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
We have a strong box here. It's unlocked, so we don't have to use a key. However... Oh, okay. Well, sometimes you'll find a hidden compartment that the key unlocks.
A fortune, waiting to be spent.
Oh, we got something new. A Blightstone. 10% Blight skill chance. So, you'll see over here in the bottom section here of the character, there's a little icon here. You can have your person hold on to different items that can be useful to them. So, we're going to give him the Blightstone to increase his Blight skill chance. Okay, so we scouted ahead. That's a random chance of being able to scout ahead. And we'll see that we have an obstacle and a fight. And the next room is also empty. So we are still going to encounter a fight because of the battle in the hallway. We'll go on ahead.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
Now we could just clear it away by hand, but it'll take, you know, considerable effort. So let's just use the shovel. That's what we brought it for, right? Oh, so that little black mark there, that was stress. You'll see that we have a health bar and a little black and white stress bar. You can take 100 stress before you get a affliction. If you take 200, then you have a heart attack. So this game is managing stress as well as health, And what's more, health can revive after every adventure. Stress does not. So you gotta be very careful about how excitable people are. Also, we have a cultist in the back. That looks fleshy, but we can't reach her. So we'll just shooty shooty bang bang. Stressful inca. Right after I mentioned stress. Right, let's go ahead and... yeah, we'll just smack this guy, bring him down.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
So, she's still in position 3 because of the bones of the skeleton corpse. The corpse's corpse. However, we can still throw a plague grenade at her, make her sick, and we got it. There is a chance that the hit will happen, but not the effect. So that is something to be considered of. We'll crit the skeleton.
With impunity.
Anytime you do a crit, it does not leave a body. So that's nice. We'll open her vein. So now she's bleeding and blighted. So 4, 5, 6. She's gone. I could skip him with this little X, but then the hero will suffer stress. So we may as well just
Their
hit,
formation is broken.
just so that way he doesn't get stressed
Maintain
out.
the offensive.
They don't like sitting around there going, there's something to do. So our torch is getting a little low, so we'll just use that free torch we got before. And go on in. Right, we're gonna stick with our plan. Right, we found a backpack. Let's go ahead and look in it. Another key, another bust. So we replaced the one that we wasted before. That's great. Oh, I see flesh and bone, but we got surprised. Okay, so thankfully she got pushed to the back, so she can at least heal. Let's go ahead and heal Dismas here. We'll open this guy's vein, get him to bleed a bit. Oh, but he resisted the bleed. We could really try again for the bleed, but let's just focus on making people sick, because we have a higher chance of that. Let's go ahead and bleed him, or blight him. Graveyard Slash. So you'll notice this skeleton looks a little bit different from the other one before. He is slightly beefier, but not by much. Sure, we'll hit, let's hit this guy.
As the fiend
If we hit him for only one, then the blight would have killed him for sure.
blossoms.
Right, she's going to stress us out. We'll do a tracking shot. We'll hit her. Let's go ahead and heal the cleric ourselves. Oh, we can disorient them. So let's go ahead and stun her. Yep. And brought her to the front, too. Ooh, we got crit.
Unbalanced.
You know, crit happens. Let's move him forward so Dismas can shoot, because he's getting a bonus from that tracking shot. Shoot the skeleton. We'll Noxious Blast the skeleton. We blighted him, and
Slowly.
down he goes.
Gently.
They also
This
do not
is
leave
how
corpses if
life
they
is taken.
die from either bleed or blight, so that's also good. Let's heal him because he got hit by a lot. And we'll smite her. We'll try and smite her, apparently. Open her vein. She's bleeding, so she's gonna die on her turn. Incision
Press this advantage. Give them no
just to
quarter.
show off, apparently. We'll take all the loot.
This expedition at least promises success.
We'll open the chest, this time with a key.
Handsome
Grab everything.
reward for a task well performed.
Move on to the next room. If we scout this room, then we'll go there, if it's worth it. Oh! We got hit by a trap.
Carelessness will find no clemency in this place.
Yeah, there are traps in these hallways sometimes. Oh! Is it worth it to go there? There is a curio. So tell you what. Oh, we see a trap here. So we're going to go just enough. You can see it right there. 60%, 90%, 60, 50. So we're going to have him. He has the highest chance of disarming it. And he does. Right. Walk on down. Making our way downtown. Walking fast. What was that? Walking faster. Alright. So you notice that he said that they fight harder in the dark. That is true. We also get more loot, however. So let's go ahead and... there's no use in opening their vein. Let's just go ahead and shoot this guy.
The ground quakes.
Crit for crit. That's nice. Plague grenade. Let's go ahead and plague the guy up front. This skeleton's basically trained with a gun. So, they're single-minded, but they can be trained, apparently. So they're not like zombies or anything like that. Yep. You get slapped. Right. He's got 5 health. He's going to take 4 damage. Let's do a Zealous Accusation. Hit these 2 front targets.
Continue the onslaught.
Destroy them all. We'll shoot this guy. Now, it should be noted the corpses do have health, in a sense. We could destroy the corpses to bring everything up front. But we can manage. We have lots of range. Play grenades, smack them over. I could have also disoriented blast, because that also gets rid of the corpses. I should have done that. Right, we'll use his buff. It marks him, but also gives him defense. When you're marked, it makes it more likely that this hero is going to be targeted, and some enemies also have special abilities. It doesn't matter though, he's gonna die from blight. What we could do, we could hit the corpse. Hope for crits, because crits will heal stress sometimes. Now we don't have any choice, so crit him.
Masterfully executed.
See what I mean?
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
So what have we got here? We have a holy fountain. An ornate fountain of holy purport. Now, it should be noted, it does matter which hero you have selected, because it'll be that hero using the thing. Let's go ahead and have him use the holy fountain with the holy water. Oh. Wow. Okay. That was lucky. Alright, let's go ahead and move this through this room. The white is, or the lighter gray is the hallway we've already been through. The darker gray we have not been through. But we don't have to worry about the hallways, it's the rooms we need to explore. We'll go into here. Oh, we found a backpack. Oh. Yeah, he's kleptomaniac.
Finding
Sometimes,
the stuff is only the
if
first
they have
test.
a negative quirk,
Now it must
they
be
will
carried home.
do things without you asking them to. And with kleptomania, he also takes all the items. So, oh, this is why we bring food, because we're hungry. If we didn't, then we would take damage and stress. So we'll just eat. Go ahead. We brought the food for a reason. Also, you could eat more. We can eat 4 pieces of food. But yeah, we're just going to heal up as much as we can. And then move on to the next room. We could continue adventuring, because there is one room. We could grab whatever happens to be in here, or we can leave. Let's see if there's anything worthwhile. Bring up the torch. Another shovel. Anything in here? Hello? Anyone home? Yep, a chest guarded by some baddies. Okay. So he doesn't do a lot of damage unless he's up front. All he does is splash us with old sticky wine, which stresses us out. Let's plague the two in the back. And this annoying guy, he is annoying them. So he literally is annoying. And he dodged them. So they're probably not too happy about that. This guy is pretty beefy, but he can't bleed. So, tell you what. Let us shoot the guy way in the back. And we get slashed for our troubles. We'll start healing. Be on heal patrol. They are unholy. So, yeah, let's just smack them.
Back to the pit.
Okay, we avoided that hit, thankfully. You'll notice little yellow lines. That means they have an action at some point during this turn. Right, so let's go ahead and shoot the guy in the back. Whittle him down. Yeah, he's got 3 health. He'll take 4 from the blight. So he's dead. He just doesn't know it yet. We'll blight the guy up front. We'll heal the cleric. Crit heal, so he does heal stress. There goes him. We'll smack him. And he's also dead on his next turn. Oh, and he got stunned. Splashes more wine on that really nice coat, too. We'll plague him. Got blighted. We're gonna move him back so he can shoot on his next turn.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Heal him. Get rid of the stun. Next turn. Shoot him.
Another
Ooh,
one
crit hit.
falls.
Let's go ahead and see what's in the chest that we so rightfully earned.
Brought low and driven into the mud.
Lots of family crests. Alright, and that completes this quest. Lots and lots of loot. Lots and lots of crests. I thought I had a mod that made this faster, but I guess it's not working for some reason. I'll have to fix that. But anyway, next. Let's see if they leveled up. The Plague Doctor leveled up, so that's good. You can see their level here. And how much stress they have as well. Reynald. Thanatophobia. Dismas has an unquiet mind, so he can't meditate. But he's unyielding. Agnir. Hieromania. Has religious visions and delusions. And is a slugger. But he's not really doing melee, so that's not all that useful to him, but it's nice. So what's going on here?
All my life I could feel an insistent gnawing in the back of my mind.
So
It was a yearning, a thirst for discovery that could be neither numbed nor sated.
are you done? Okay, so we can see here what happened while we were gone. The tavern's unlocked and the abbey's unlocked. And these two leveled up to level 1. I thought she didn't level up. I guess I was mistaken. Right. And we can see our goals here. We completed our first quest here. Go into the ruins for the first time. We still have a huge laundry list of stuff we need to do. We also have goals of hiring people as well to level 6. That's way down the line. For now, let's see what we got. We have inventory. We have trinkets here. We'll get to this later. We have the tavern.
Fresh kegs, cards, and curtained rooms promise solace to the weary and broken alike.
So you gotta remember, they're only human. They're not superheroes, you know. They do need to relax and unwind and unstress themselves. That's only fair. We're basically paying for them to go into these different places, which, considering what they're willing to do for us, very much worth it. Oh, he can only pray. He cannot gamble. And he can only pray. Okay.
The cobwebs have been dusted, the pews set straight. The Abbey calls to the faithful.
Alright. We can let them pray. That's fine. And everything's full. So he's not all that stressed out, but, you know, there's nothing left for him to do. We can let him meditate. Or, I'm sorry, not meditate. The first one's meditation. He is giving penance, so that way he can be absolved of his sins. Right. Oh, so we have new people. We have another highwayman, and we have a jester. We already have a highwayman, but we do need more people. So we'll just...
Ye will be laughing still at the end.
Okay. And let's take a look at upgrading stuff. The Stagecoach network would increase however many are available to hire. The Hero Backs allows us to hire more, and experienced recruits let them start off at a higher level than 0, but we can't unlock anything just yet. So, what else have we got? The Tavern. We can make the bar... we can improve the bar, we can improve the gambling den, and the brothel. We can see here, this is the caretaker, the guy who left us, who crashed the cart in the first place. He actually does take care of the place when we're out on adventures. He is a bit, let's just say that years of taking care of this place has affected him. The Abbey, the Cloister, the Transcript, and the Penance Hall. Let's hold on to our stuff for now, and we'll improve stuff later. I did mention we have trinkets. We can always... I believe we can... yep, we can unequip everything. And we have our Blightstone that we had before, as well as a debuff stone, which increases debuff skill chances. Debuff are things like reduce the damage you deal, reduce the defense you have, so on and so forth. Oops. We can right click on something, see, and give people what they need. Let's go ahead and let him keep the Blightstone, and we can also give him the debuff. So his speed is tanked. The speed is how quick you are in initiative, what order you go first in. You can see here that these are the negative things and the positive things here. We'll be dealing with the negative things later. For now, this was my first episode of The Darkest Dungeon. We can, if you guys have an interest in this, let me know, and I'll be posting more of The Darkest Dungeon and renaming heroes. So, I'll see you guys